My name is Anna Rivera. I found a secret in the attic. I felt a sharp sense of injustice. My hands shook as I opened an old box. Inside was a letter and a small heirloom. The letter had a name I did not know. Could this change my whole family story? I grew up with memories of our childhood home. I remember a quiet reunion after my parents' divorce. I remember a birthday with my sibling. Now the will, the custody papers, and old photos felt wrong. I felt betrayed and confused. I watched my family act like nothing was wrong. But the truth was under old floorboards. I kept the letter and the heirloom in my bag. I needed time to think and to plan. I wanted to ask questions, but I felt fear and anger. This night, the house felt heavy with secrets. I could not sleep. I needed to know who lied and why. My name is Anna Rivera. I open the attic again in the morning. The light is soft. Dust floats in the air. I sit on the old wooden floor. The box is small and wrapped with faded ribbon. I take out a letter first. The paper smells like old paper and tea. The letter has handwriting I do not know. It says my mother did not sign the will alone. It names another heir. The letter says my sister is not my real sister. I read the words again. I feel cold. I think about our childhood photos on the wall. I remember a small wooden toy, an old heirloom we shared. I feel angry and sad. I go downstairs to the kitchen. My mother is making tea. She looks tired. I hold the letter in my hand. She sees it and her face changes. She looks older and quiet. I ask, "Who is this name?" She puts down the kettle. She says, "Sit down, Anna. We need to talk." My heart jumps. She explains a long story in slow words. She says a secret name from years ago. My mother talks about a child she gave up. She says the child lived with another family. My mother cries and says she met that child once. She says the child looked like our family. I listen and try to breathe. I say, "Why did you not tell me?" She looks away. She says, "I wanted to protect you. I thought it was best." I think of all our small fights and our reunion last year. I feel betrayed. I feel a strong injustice in my chest. I leave the kitchen. I need fresh air. I step outside to the small garden. My neighbor waves. I do not see him clearly. I think of the letter again. The name in the paper rings like a bell. I feel like my life is a puzzle. I want answers. I will ask my sibling at dinner. My mind runs with questions and fear. I must be careful. I will not show my anger. I will watch and listen. The house is quiet. The day moves on, but my head feels loud. I plan to ask more at night when the family sits together for dinner. My name is Anna Rivera. Evening comes and the family gathers in the living room. My father sits in his old armchair. My sibling, Luis, moves like he is not there. The house smells like soup and bread. The TV is off. The will and the letter are in my bag. I keep them close. I try to speak calm. I ask small questions at first. I ask about childhood and old songs. My mother answers softly. She smiles, but her hands do not stop. At one moment I bring up the heirloom. I say, "Where did the locket go?" My sibling looks at me fast. He says the locket is in his room. I stand up and go upstairs. The room is small with old toys. I open a drawer and find a box. Inside is the locket and a photo. The photo is of a woman and a child. The child looks like me. I feel my throat close. I bring the items to the table. I show everyone. My mother cries and says, "I did not want this to hurt you." My father says little. Luis looks strange. He says, "I thought the locket was mine long ago." I ask him directly, "Who is that child in the photo?" He looks at the floor. He takes a breath and tells a short story. He says he once met a girl at a park. He says he shared stories. He says the girl used a different name. He says he thought she was a cousin. I feel the room close like a box. I ask, "Did you know she was our sister?" Luis shakes his head. He says, "No. I never knew. I never knew the truth." My sister, Maria, stays silent. She looks at the letter in my hand. My mother stands and moves close to Maria. She takes her hand and says a name. That name is the one in the letter. Maria's face goes pale. She says, "I am so sorry. I did not tell you before." The air is full of small noises. The lamp hums. I ask, "Why now? Why tell us now?" My mother says, "Because the will is set. Because the inheritance and the will matter. I fear that our family will break." I feel a knot in my stomach. The word custody comes to my mind. The divorce years ago left deep marks. Now this new truth could break more. We sit in silence. The soup cools. I try to smile, but my eyes sting. I want to shout, but I stay quiet. I listen to the clock tick. I think of the attic and the hidden paper. I think of lost childhood days. I want the truth. I need to know who will be an heir to our small house. I look at each face. Each face looks older now. The night moves slowly. A new plan forms in my head. I must find proof. I must find the whole story in the attic or the old reunion photos. I will not stop until I know who lied and why. My name is Anna Rivera. I wake early the next day. My mind is heavy. I return to the attic with a small torch. I look under old trunks and boxes. The roof makes small sounds. I pull out a photo album. I open it carefully. The album holds many images from our childhood. I see a picture of 3 children near a park bench. One child is smiling and holding a small teddy. There is a woman in the background. I turn the page. I find a folded paper. It is a note with a name and a city. The name matches the letter. I feel my hands shake again. I run downstairs and show it to my mother. She reads it slowly. Her face turns gentle and sad. She says, "This note is from a long reunion day. I met her then." I ask, why did she not come to our home? My mother takes a breath and tells more. She says the child was estranged for many years. She says the child lived in a different city with another family. She says there was a small fight long ago. My heart hurts at the word estranged. I ask, did she want contact? My mother nods. She says, yes, but life moved fast. The divorce, the custody, and the need to survive changed things. I feel the old pain of our divorce. I remember the quiet fights, the lawyer's boxes, the will papers on the table. My mother says she tried to write many letters. The letters never reached the child. She says she kept hope. I think of all the lost time. I call my sibling, Maria, and we sit close. Maria holds my hand. She says, we will find her. We will meet her. We must speak with care. I nod. I feel a mix of hope and fear. Then my phone rings. It is a number I do not know. My mother answers the call. The voice on the other end says a short name. My mother freezes. The caller says, "Is Anna there?" I step forward. The caller says, "My name is Elena. I found an old letter. I think I know your family." My chest tightens. I say, "Come to the house. Please. We need to talk." The call ends. We look at each other with new questions. Who will come? Will she be kind? Will she be angry? I feel a quiet hope. I feel angry at lost years. I feel strong. I will meet her. I will listen. I need the whole truth. The attic, the will, and the old heirloom will guide us. The last thing I do before the doorbell rings is hold the locket tight. My name is Anna Rivera. The door opens and a woman stands there. She is quiet and gentle. Her eyes look like someone in our old photos. Her name is Elena. We sit in the living room. We talk slowly and with care. Elena tells a small life story. She says she never knew she was our sister. She kept an old note and a toy. She did not know about the will or the inheritance. My mother apologizes with tears. Elena forgives softly. She says she wants no money. She wants a family. We all cry. The feeling of injustice slowly lessens. We learn that truth can heal if we speak honestly. We plan a small reunion next week. We will bring the old heirloom and share childhood stories. I learned to ask questions and to listen. I learned that secrets can hurt many people. I learned to forgive and to set clear rules about the will and custody. I keep the locket safe. I put the letter in a safe place. In the end, we are not perfect. We are a family with new work to do. The lesson is simple and kind. Tell the truth when you can. Speak with care. Repair the small breaks before they grow. This is how we start to heal.